Nostradamus?
Can the 2013 prospects beat a team they've never even heard of?
Who's opting out for free agency this year?
The answers to all these questions and more on UHL Live.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Mark Buck, and this is my temporary co-host, Raoul Sunshine Jenkins.
Good to be here. Dick Resideux couldn't be here as he's in a sticky situation. But viewers, fear not, he'll come back quickly, as Dick always has an itch for UHL. UHL.
Yeah. Now, why you got on sunglasses?
It makes me look cool.
Yeah, actually I don't care. Let's get down to brass tacks.
BBC City and Lowell faced off, and the Reapers were looking to keep the Super Robot prediction alive.
But Lowell isn't the best team in the Cybertros division for nothing.
Adrienne Burns was the first to strike as she put one past Reapers goalie, Alicia Menninger.
Sit your ass down, bitch.
The Reapers came right back, and John Penno Burns won by Jake Meekoff.
Jack that dick.
Back and forth we go, and Menninger spreads out like a stripper on a $100 bill.
Put the trick on a track.
Todd Hort of the Reapers scores next, tying the game at 2.
Big chicks eat for free at Golden Corral on Tuesdays.
Do they? Not soon after, Lucioli puts a wicked kitty slap shot by Menninger.
Kibbles and bits.
Off the very next face-off, all-time goals leader Ahmad Alameen ties the game at 3.
Why you gotta disrespect the crib, yo?
Huh? But the game would be put to bed as Emily Gilson scores with less than 2 minutes to go.
Punk-ass bitches.
After the game, Raoul caught up with Super Robot to ask him about his failed prediction.
Super Robot. Now that your prediction is proven false, where do we go from here?
Damn! He knocked you out like Octomom versus Mike Tyson. Now I know what you got on glasses.
I'd like to see how you'd fare against 800 pounds of aluminum and steel rushing at your face.
Yeah, well, we don't want to go into that because I did play with them. But this week was where 4 of the top teams earned losses.
Yeah, Phoenix lost to Nagasaki, Kunuba took double losses, and Mexico City lost to Compton.
Now, maybe the Smog were hungover from celebrating Cinco de Mayo the night before, but what'd you do?
It's a team full of Mexicans. Anyways, I caught up with Jeff Martin of the Smog after their loss.
Hopefully he didn't knock you out as well.
Shut up.
Well, in honor of our city, we went out to Senior Smogs, a joint we endorse, and, you know, Squala was doing body shots off Hanson's, ripped abdomen, and from then on, we had to pound them, just 'cause that's what we do in Mexico City.
Let's move on to a game that saw more fights than a Klan rally in Harlem.
Yeah, Moscow is now taking over the Smog as the most penalized team in the UHL.
The game started peacefully enough.
That's strange.
What's strange?
That is exactly what LeBron James' mom said right before Delonte West and I double-teamed her.
That's cold, like the first goal from Anthony Moore on Kevin Budnick.
LeBron's mom's name is Gloria.
Then we get into it as Jamie Earl and Colleen Hudis engage in a good old cat fight.
Whoop that trick. Get her.
The sparks fly into the Rat Monkeys as they come back and score.
Zeke Rodriguez, one of my Mexican brethren, putting it down on the day after Cinco de Mayo.
I heard they don't even celebrate that in Mexico.
I don't care what they do in Mexico. I heard Irish people don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day, so what?
Timothy Mora loves Cinco de Mayo, and he decided to use Laura Beth Netterveld's face as a piñata.
That shit is racist.
It doesn't end there as the round 3 commences.
Ding ding, pincha tu madre.
Yup, Michael Stevenson butt heads with Aubrey Martin, and this time the girl wins.
Breadsticks.
This doesn't help Moscow as Rachel Anderson scores, giving the Otters a 2-1 lead going into the 3rd.
Another fight.
Andy Karnitz and Matt Pankin drop the gloves.
And then Pankin drops Karnitz.
Like a dirty pair of Betty White's Depends.
This puts a spark in Desplow's circuits as he ties the game with under 10 minutes to go.
Then what do you know, another fight, and this time it's Karnitz versus Rodriguez.
Karnitz must like the ass whooping because he came back for seconds.
Then, with under a minute to go, Michael Stevenson gets the game-winning goal.
The good news is Moscow seems to be getting better.
The bad news is half the team has opted for free agency.
It is that time of year again, isn't it?
Oh yeah. So, tonight we will be going into depth about 2 of the top players who have opted for free agency.
We start with who is sure to be one of the most sought-after players in the free agent pool, Giles, the Prince of Sin, Hefferin.
Yep, it seems as Hefferin, who has only played for 3 teams in his 20-year career, is looking to finish his career in a different city.
He has been a very loyal teammate in the league, where players seem to switch teams every other year.
Yes, he is loyal like a bloodhound addicted to smack.
Giles will bring to any team a true leadership and experience that is hard to find these days.
Yeah, he also brings his 274 career goals and 294 career assists.
Yes, the kid can score, and also find people who can score. He'll be in the Hall of Fame. There's no doubt about that.
Well, he's like Elvis, that motherfucker.
Ooh.
You know, the Beatles.
Mark, where do you think he would like to go and finish his career, as he only has 2 years left until he reaches the mandatory retirement in the UHL?
Yeah, I have heard a few rumors that he may want to go to New York or Philadelphia. He could even want to go back to BBC City, where he won 2 championships early in his career. He has also stated that he may want to move to California, and that would open up Compton as a possibility.
But if he's looking to win another championship, he might want to avoid Compton and New York, as those teams are more than 2 years away from contending for a championship.
Yes, Philadelphia has definitely made strides to get better. They still have to contend with the Reapers in the Cybertros Conference, though.
And the Reapers have said they would love to get Giles back. And after talking to Coach Bangworthy, he has said that they'll go after Hefferin very hard in the offseason.
Hard indeed.
The rookies played this week for the college championship, and the game was a splendid spectacle.
Drew Beans Palmer would sit this one out.
The Beaner.
And in his place would be Nolan Potter, who has been stellar. Teams like Philadelphia, Paris, New York, and Moscow might want to keep him in mind.
Another person that might go high in the draft is Amanda Dykema. She's one of the most physical, hardest-hitting players I've seen since LeBron's mom.
Mike Stankiewicz would ring the bell first, as he assisted by Mike Voorhees and Reed Smith.
Stank!
That ties the game, and we go into overtime.
Coach tells the players that if they mess this up, they will be flipping burgers at Anus World instead of playing in the UHL next year.
Nobody wants to do that, so Mike Voorhees ensures his future like Terminator X.
And the celebration begins, bringing the hooch and the hoochies.
Here's a list of the top prospects. Buck Wiley.
What sportsmanship is all about, Gary, and hockey is really representative of that.
Well, that is it for us this evening. For my co-host Raoul Jenkins, I'm Mark Buck, and we will catch you on the flip side.
Assalamu alaikum.
And remember to follow us on Twitter.
Twitter? More like twatter. You know what I'm saying.
This guy.
Twatter.
Yeah. I'm at UHL 1992.
And you can catch me on Twatter at whoami989.
It's right there, because you can't understand sunshine here. Good night. Bye.